oldest and most respected business associations, and our teams are now busy all across the country, whether it's in social work related to the entire scenario or in helping to plan with the government on economic revival, assisting people who are displaced, trying to do feeding across the country. But there is an inner kind of a worry, a scare, an entire scenario. And so in light of that, just having you with us, having you talk to us is such a tremendous blessing. And I want to thank you so much and appreciate this opportunity that you've given all of us. I'd like to welcome all the members of FICCI who are on the line, who have logged in, and I'm sure there will continue to be others. So, Guruji, as this thing, let me just say that, we truly appreciate your time, and I want to especially call out on Arvind, who is a very active member of FICCI as well as being part of your foundation. And we totally value his presence and the calm, insightful, yet very proactive business sense that he brings into the FICCI committee. And from this thing, the format we're following is just a few of us will be asking questions. And I have the privilege of really asking the first question, Guruji, and I would really respectfully like to ask you that in a difficult and changing world, in a scenario that we really haven't faced, or we're really worried about so many things. On one side, for many, it's an opportunity to catch up with families, to be at home with families, which is a blessing. On the other, there's this deep sense of worry of what's happening to the future, what's happening to the world, what's happening to so many people that we can't even see or understand on the healthcare side, on people who are starving, displaced from their homes.
Correct.
What should guide the decision making? Because when we take a decision, it doesn't just impact us or our families. Being heads of business, it impacts so many lives. So there's the business decision making where people are talking about cost cutting and layoffs. There's the humanitarian decision making where we want to protect and in fact do more charity. What should guide our decision making, and how do you find the right balance?
Yeah, wonderful, Sangeeta ji. I'm happy to be with you, all the business community who are the driving force of our country, our economy. This extraordinary situation we are facing, unusual situation, is nothing short of a war. This is a war in which we did not anticipate it's a World War type situation. So if we can just reconsole ourselves, we are in a war zone. That will give us enormous strength. And knowing we are going to win this war, we are not going to be a loser here. So in war situations, you don't think mine and others. You only think of the collective action against the enemy. Right now, I know the industries are in big trouble. I was just earlier talking to the tourism and travel industry. They are the worst hit today, very hard hit. And there is no chance of it recovering in just 2-3 months. It will take several months, maybe year and a half for them to get back. No, there is fear, anxiety in people, no doubt. Now, how do we handle this situation? Number one, we have to be prepared to start afresh and new. Just think we are going to rise from the ashes. Everything has gone down. We are going to start anew, afresh. And government should help the industry here. The governments and banks should come out and help the industry. And industries have to take this as an opportunity to renew and revise our strategies and think differently. Every crisis in the past has led to innovations and many creative ways of handling the business. So this is one such occasion for us to be little more innovative, and how we can walk at the same time carry the concern for humanity along with us. You know, charity cannot happen from an empty bowl. The bowl has to be full for you to do charity. Yet at situation like this, we have to take care of the leg workers, the daily wage workers. I was told earlier this morning that about 3 lakh laborers are there in Mumbai alone who don't have any food. And then they don't have ration cards. And since they don't have ration cards, they fall in the gap. Because people who have ration cards, the government is taking care of them. And because of the procedures in the government and red tapeism, these people are left out. And now what do you do? These people are working for our industry, laborers. So these are the situations that NGOs and we all have to, industries have to come to their help. Number one. Second is, day and night we keep thinking about the negative impact of it. It pulls down our energy. We have to keep a little positive mindset, because this is not an unsurmountable status or issue. Our world has overcome many such issues. Now you see already Japan has gotten back into their feet. China is back on action, and Korea is getting back. So we have to keep the hope alive in people. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Guruji. May I call upon my colleague, Mr. Uday Shankar? He is the Senior Vice President of FICCI and also the CEO of Star Television, to ask the next question, please.
Thank you, Sangeeta, and Namaskar, Guruji. I just wanted to ask you the question, take it forward from where Sangeeta left. I think you said we have to keep the hope alive, but the toughest challenge right now seems to be to keep the hope alive. People are frightened. You talked about war, but in war, at least, you know that there is an enemy and the enemy is going to fire a bullet at you. Here, fear has never ruled our lives as much as it is ruling today. Whether they are rich or the poor, everybody is equally afraid. You are afraid of today, and you are afraid of what might happen, what the consequences might be tomorrow. You are fearful for yourself, and you are afraid for the well-being of the ones that you care about. You are worried about your business. In this whole atmosphere of fear, how does one bring in hope, and how does one use spirituality when, at a time like this? I think spirituality can help, but it's tough to get people to the idea of coming to spirituality at a time when they're really so fearful. And there seem to be such other big challenges. Secondly, you talked about government helping the industry. In the context of this country, in many other countries, governments have already helped. China has done a great job of bringing its industry back on its feet. Korea has done that. The United States is trying to do that. But in this country, there seems to be a certain reservation on the part of the government to help business, especially big business. And today we are in an environment where big and small, everybody is hurting equally. And if big business collapses, it will cause bigger consequences. How does one convey this to the government? And would someone like you, who has so much spiritual and otherwise and other kinds of authority in this country, you can play a significant role. Would you be willing to play a role like that?
Yes, coming to your first question, the fear is there, yes. Even a few leaders, even 1% or 5% of the leadership in the industries, if they have their faith very strong, they can steer the vehicle out of fear psychosis. Number one. So there are 3 types of confidence we need to have. Number one is faith in oneself. We need to believe that we can bounce back. We can come out from the ashes. We have seen this happening in the world after Second World War. Nations like Germany, Japan, they've all come back vibrant. So first is our confidence in ourselves, we can come back, come out of the crisis. Second is the faith in the goodness in society. People are good, there are human values still alive in our society. So faith in the human values, that will take us out of this anxiety and fear and tension. अरे हमारे लिए कोई तो है मदद करेंगे, इस तरह का मानवीयता पर विश्वास, faith in the humanness in our society, that is very important. The third, even more important, is faith in God. God loves us. It's a loving God, not one who is going to punish you. He will accept all your mistakes, whatever your mistakes are, but He still loves you like the father and the mother. And so God is there, and God's strength will be with us. We will always be successful in what we do. This faith in God. So faith in God, faith in the goodness of human society, and faith in oneself can help us to move forward and help us to reduce anxiety and fear. And for this, meditation is a very big help. See, I am streaming 9 hours in Spanish for all the Latin American countries, programs. And people with so much uncertainty, fear and anxiety are writing. I mean, millions are watching this, are joining. When they do meditation around the world, even in English, every day I'm doing at 12 noon and 7:30 in the evening. And we have made number of apps. You must have known that apps of meditation apps are today playing a very prominent role in the world. That means people are benefiting out of it. That's why they are going for it. So people are meditating. Our Sattva app from Art of Living is one of the 7 apps that you might have read in the Financial Times last week. They have said it is one of the most popular apps. Meditation has become a very in thing today in all corporate sectors, in all levels, not just in the management level, but even blue collar people are meditating. Meals and meditation, they're doing this together. They can get rid of that fear and anxiety and uncertainty. Coming to your next question about representing to the government, I think FICCI has a bigger role to play. FICCI, ASSOCHAM, all the different business organizations, you should write down, chalk out your needs and what you can, how you can be able to contribute. If these organizations, if these industries are not cared for, what would be the consequence that the nation had to face? These pros and cons, if you make a chart of it and send it to the people concerned, to the Minister of Industry, Commerce, and to the Prime Minister, I'm sure they will take some step. And please send me also a copy of it. The ideas, how we should go forward, because at this crucial time, we all have to put our heads together, minds together, and give a bigger picture. You know, sometimes bureaucrats have got their own way of thinking, and the politicians in a different way they see things. But people on ground has to present what are their viewpoints.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Guruji. I think your strength and your voice and your guidance will definitely see us through this difficult period. May I now call upon Ratnesh Jha, the chair of the Publishing Committee.
Namaskar, Guruji, and thank you very much, President. Guruji, I represent the softer side of FICCI. As they say, the literature is the reflection of society. And we all know that we're going through a difficult time in society right now. And I think the difficult time makes you stronger, as they say. And my question is straight away in reflection of what we do in the society, which is to work with the children, work with the educators, work with the learners, the whole education ecosystem. And the children of today is seeing a very confused atmosphere. So one side they're seeing a very clean climate, many pictures which are floating on the social media, which is suggests that suddenly the climate is rebounding and many good things are happening. The other side, they hear the story, which is where they see that deaths, the number of deaths are rising, and the number of coronavirus cases are going up. So that's one picture which they see. Also, in context of India, Guruji, we live in a society which are split into two. One, the part where the children are connected online, they know what's happening, their teachers are there, they're getting educated. The other were actually the ones who are not privileged to have that connectivity, and they're living inside their home, and there are millions of them in the time such as now living right now in that situation. So my question and my submission or my request for you to kind of tell those children that what should their hope be, what should they look forward to, and why should they not be confused, and how should they seek answer right now in very difficult situation. That's what we would like to take it from here, and perhaps take your message to the children and to the education at large.
See, this is the time for children to develop their skills. They can learn more languages. India has 24 states and so many languages in the state, so many languages, 600 dialects. This is the time for every child to learn 10 sentences from different languages per day. This can engage them very well. So, say suppose you declare, okay, Monday is Tamil Nadu Day. So, every child in India learns 10 sentences in Tamil. Then Assam Day on Tuesday. Then everyone learns 10 sentences from Assamese. And then converse. See, in the lockdown also, people are very busy with their cell phones and they are busy with the screens. And those privileged children are also not sitting quiet. They are watching either television or playing among themselves. So as far as children are concerned, in rainy days, they do play indoors. When it rains very well, the monsoon. So they are used to it. 10, 20 days, it doesn't bother them too much that they are not able to go out. Because they are used, especially during monsoon time, in the slums and in all those underprivileged areas. And we can all give them number of programs online and keep them busy. Yeah.
So thank you, Guruji. The next person to ask a question is Ashok Anantaraman. He's the co-chair in South Asia Regional Council. Ashok.
Good evening, Guruji, and thank you, President.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Considering that I have people with diverse cultures working under us, in the time and the period of uncertainty and anxiety, how does one structure himself and emit positivity and confidence amongst the entire team? Because it's international business, the entire SAARC and South Asia team is also going through this period of anxiety. So would need your advice, Guruji.
As I said, this is the time to do some family activities. Sit together, play games, think of some creative things that you can do, learn more, and meditate. Definitely, doing some yoga and meditation. The whole family can be such fun. This need not be so serious thing. You can have fun in activities. Families go on vacation. So they go to another location, say from Delhi, you go to Shimla, you go to Goa, you stay only with your families and you have fun. Now think in your own home, at your very home, You are just converting into a holiday resort and having fun. This, I think people can come up with such creative things to do. I even said Monday, I even gave a call on Monday for women to go on strike. Did you hear that? I said women all should go on strike and have men cook that day and don't complain however they cook and help them to cook. Not making 2 minutes noodles or have bread, toast, having a toast with jam on it, but really engage them in cooking. So some such fun we can create if we are if there is a resolute understanding and will for us to do those.
So you're absolutely right, Guruji. It's such a this thing. I'd also like to say that we have members of Flow, which is the FICCI ladies organization, also joined in. So they would have been very happy to hear that comment of yours. Um, and I think that this situation is teaching all of us how to learn new things, because it's a completely unprecedented environment. So we are forced to learn, and hopefully we will evolve and become better human beings after this. May I now call upon our last question, Mr. Pradeep Multani. He's the co-chair of the Ayush Committee.
Gurudev Pranam.
Namaskar.
Gurudev, our deep appreciation for the outstanding humanitarian work you are doing by spreading meditation, yoga, Ayurveda all over the world. Gurudev, in these 21 days of lockdown, with all the great stress and pressures, burden of business and looking after our staff and workers, the government has coming from the essential services, government says that we should be producing pharmaceuticals and Ayush products. Simultaneously, they passed an order that we should, irrespective of whether the workers work or they don't work, we have to pay them. Now, what has happened is the workers are not coming, factories are open. We stand in this hour of need with the country. So my humble, we want to comply with both. My humble prayer and request to you is, what do you, Gurudev, what do you recommend we should do in such sort of a dilemma? And Gurudev, my second question is, when do you feel we shall get out of this pandemic and be a wonderful ashram in Bengaluru to detox ourselves?
Your second
Thank you,
was not audible. Can you repeat?
Gurudev, my second question was, Gurudev, my second question was, when do you feel we should be able to get out of this pandemic and be able to come to your wonderful ashram in Bengaluru to detox ourselves?
Yes, but now I have drawing room right away. I'm giving meditations every day. You can all follow, 12 noon and evening 7:30. And a number of apps I've done. You can all meditate right away. And we hope soon this, pandemic will end. As I said, it will take at least couple of months for our country to get back on track. Don't think just it will be over in 21 days. It will be utopian thinking. It won't be over in 21 days. It will take little more time. Of course, this is a very big stretch for industry. This is the time the government should trust the industry and the industry should trust the government. If there is not total trust between these two important pillars of society, then it will be even harder, more difficult for both industries to go on and the government to manage the crisis. So I'm glad the industry is coming forward to help in this crisis situation, and vice versa, the government should also help. I think that makes perfect sense. Let us for now move with this confidence. The industry will be taken care of by the government. The government will not let any industry think any industry which is in trouble or which needs a support to get on to its feet, we hope the government will support and help that.
Thank you, Guruji. I'm going to ask one last question from Pinky Reddy, who's the past president of FLOW.
Yeah.
Hello, Guruji. Thank you so much. It's wonderful that I'm here in this meeting. I just want to tell you, you're absolutely right what you said, that we're really going through a world war. I think this is the first time the rich and the poor are on the same boat. But I must tell you on a lighter note, I think all the men are valuing women. Since the last lockdown, they're all staying home, and I think they're really valuing how much work women are doing. So I think that's the good thing. Sorry.
Yeah, let the children.
Let him, we can see him, Pinky.
They are
That's my grandson.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So,
yeah.
Don't give it to Gemma.
Sorry.
Guruji, I think a message for women in general would be a good closing, and then Uday, our senior VP, will give a concluding thank you.
Sorry, I'm really sorry about this, but this is the problem at home.
You don't have to feel sorry about it. It's very natural. I like natural. This is what you have to manage. The grandchildren, you have to manage your parents.
Yeah, I have a house full actually, and it's wonderful. I don't think that's the positive part about this whole. We've never been together in one house, all through everybody.
What I would say is, you can turn this whole celebrative mood at home. So have fun, have sense of humor. Everybody have their space at the same time. Don't mind to intrude in each other's space and have a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll request Mr. Uday Shankar, our senior VP, to formally thank you and to give some concluding remarks before the meditation. Uday, please.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Guruji, thank you for your time with members of FICCI. And I think, as you said, these are very crisis-ridden times. There is an internal crisis and there is an external crisis. But the biggest crisis is that of one's self-belief and self-confidence. And I think your words there are very helpful. On behalf of FICCI, we would all welcome and urge you to work with every industry forum. As you said, FICCI as a chairman, CII have a big role to play. We are trying to do our very best. But support and blessings from someone like you would go a long way in accelerating the process of normalcy, not just in business, but in the society as a whole. And everyone is looking up to spiritual leaders like you to guide us and to bring positivity in these highly cynical and frightening times. Thank you once again.
Wonderful.
Pranam, Guruji.
Has it started? Not yet. Let's sit comfortably and easily. Let's fix our gaze at 30 degrees in front of us. Don't look at the screen, don't look at me, but you look on the floor at 30 degrees. Let us fix our gaze first at 30 degrees on the floor. And become aware of your body. Your body is the most precious gift to you, instrument that was given to you as gift by nature. Let us honor our own body. Remember your age at this point, keeping your eyes open, fixing your gaze on the floor at 30 degrees. Recollect your age, whatever that is, 40, 50, 60, 70. These many years back, you opened these eyes when you came into this planet as a baby. And you weighed only 4 kilos or 5 kilos. This moment, let us recollect the weight of our body. Whatever it is now, without any guilt. Even if 100 plus, never mind. Just remember, let it be. One day, this eyes, the gaze which is fixed on the floor, is going to close. Just close your eyes now. Your eyes are closed now, but your mind is still in front of your face, isn't it? Let it be. Your mind is like a ball of energy, a cloud of energy right in front of you. Let us take this cloud of energy or mind fully into the body. Let's go back into the body. Feel our own body. Place the weight of your body on the floor or on the chair you are sitting. आंखें बंद कर लें। मन एक ऊर्जा का बादल जैसा है, आंखों के सामने, चेहरे के सामने, शरीर के सामने। एक दिन यह आंखें बंद हो जाएंगी, फिर खुलेंगी नहीं। यह निश्चित होने वाला है। पर इस वक्त इस बंद आंखों के सामने मन को अनुभव करें। मन ऊर्जा है, आपकी चेतना सिर्फ एक शक्ति है। इस शक्ति को, इस बादल को शरीर के भीतर ले जाते हैं। अपना पूरा शरीर को महसूस करें, अनुभव करें। Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. अभी एक गहरी सांस लेते हैं, रोकें और छोड़ें। इस वक्त 3 आयाम मन, सांस और शरीर एक साथ है, एक के भीतर एक है। This moment, the 3 dimensions of our existence, our body, our breath, and our mind, or in sync? They are one within each other. They are one inside the other right this moment. Now we will add another dimension of sound with this. Let us take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we will chant Om and feel the sound from every particle of our body, every corner of our mind, and in our entire breath. इस वक्त हम ओंकार का ध्वनि करते हैं और उस ध्वनि को शरीर के कण कण से सुनेंगे, मन के कोने कोने को भर देंगे उससे। सांस, शरीर और मन तीनों ओंकार में घुल मिल जाए, ऐसा करते हैं। एक गहरी सांस लीजिए। ओंकार का ध्वनि शरीर के कण कण को तरंगित कर रही है, ऊर्जा से भर दे रही है, पवित्र कर दे रही है। ओंकार is purifying every cell of our body and it is energizing our mind and relaxing us. Another deep breath in. Ooh. Sound is energy and it is getting absorbed in your cell. शब्द शक्ति है, चेतना है, वो भर रही है आपके शरीर और मन। फिर एक गहरी सांस लीजिए। Another deep breath in. Ooh. अब विश्राम करें। एकाग्र नहीं करना मन को जैसे शब्द निकल के चारों ओर भर गया, से शरीर से मन को चारों ओर जाने दें। जहां भी जाना चाहे मन को जाने दें। Let go of your mind, not to control or focus the mind. Just relax. जो भी विचार आ रहा हो मन में, उन सबको गले लगा ले, उन सबको हजमा ले, स्वीकार कर ले. Whatever thoughts are coming, pleasant, unpleasant, just swallow them all. You are digesting them all. Not to reject anything, just accept them. You are digesting them. हर विचार को आप हजमा लें. सब विचार आप खा जाएं, हजमा लें. सब अपेक्षा, उपेक्षा, सब इच्छाओं को आप अपनी ही चेतना में आहुति दे दें. Let go of all your thoughts, wants, everything for a little while. Swallow them, digest them, and simply repose. Now take your mind back behind your head and back. Take your mind to your backside. Become aware of 1 foot of space behind your body and place your mind behind your body, or place your attention behind your body. If you pay attention, this will be very familiar, because that is how we slip into sleep every night. Our mind retires in the background. शरीर के पीछे मन को ले जाएं. 1 फुट दूरी तक की जगह को याद कर लें. बिना किसी प्रयत्न के अपने शरीर के पीछे 1 फुट दूरी तक की जगह को स्मरण में ले आए. शरीर के पीछे 3 फुट दूरी तक की जगह को स्मरण कर. Become aware of 1 meter of space behind the body and keep your mind there. The mind is a cloud of energy, or you are cloud of consciousness. Just let it be. Now let go of all your efforts. अभी सब प्रयत्न छोड़ दीजिए. यह नाद आपके भीतर भर रहा है. The sound is filling us, our space, our mind and our heart. Your mind is bigger than your body. In fact, our bodies are inside the mind. Relax and repose in yourself. And yourself is bigger than your mind. You are like the space, and your mind is like a cloud in it. हमारी आत्मा में मन बादल जैसा है, आत्मा आकाश जैसा है, तो मन बादल जैसा मंडरा रहा है. और इस मन के भीतर यह शरीर है. शरीर के भीतर एक बिंदु, कहीं पर भी एक छोटी सी बिंदु को पहचाने. Just become aware of a tiny particle, the center of your existence. In this space that you are, locate a very tiny particle. Let go of all the effort. अभी सब प्रयत्न छोड़ दें, विश्राम करें. कहीं कोई तनाव लगे भी, उसको भी स्वीकार कर ले, उनको रहने दें. If you find any discomfort or stress anywhere in the body, let it be. Let's not try to get rid of them. Embrace them and allow them to be there. इस वक्त ना ही कुछ करना है, ना कुछ जानना है. सिर्फ हम हैं, हम हैं, हम विलीन हैं, अनंत में विलीन. This moment, there is nothing to do and nothing to know either. Let go and let be. Just let everything be. कहीं कोई बेचैनी हो, कहीं असुविधा हो, उन सबको हजमा रहे हैं, हजमा लें, शांत हो जाए, विश्राम, पूर्ण रूप से विश्राम. You are on the lap of the divine. Just relax and let go. All is well and all will be taken care. Repose in yourself. आप ईश्वर की गोद में बैठे हो, सब कुछ ठीक है और आगे ठीक ही होगा, सही ही होगा. विश्राम, विश्राम. Become aware of the walls of the room and beyond. Become aware of the space around your own building and above in your city. Just let go. Let go all your effort to even know anything. इस कमरे के चारों ओर जो जगह है उसको स्मरण करें और इस इमारत के बाहर जो जगह है उसको स्मरण करें और शहर के ऊपर नीला आकाश, विस्तृत आकाश, उसको याद कर और छोड़ दे, सब प्रयत्न छोड़ दे. शांति. Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti. मुस्कुराते मुस्कुराते शरीर और परिसर को याद कर ले. With a big smile on your face, become aware of your body and surroundings. And take deep breath in with a smile. And as you breathe out slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. Again, open your eyes to 30 degrees. शरीर और परिसर को स्मरण करते हुए मुस्कुराते मुस्कुराते गहरी सांस लीजिए और धीरे धीरे सांस छोड़ते वक्त आंखों को अध खुला रखें. 30 डिग्री तक खोलिए. Then take another deep breath in, then open your eyes to 50 degrees and then 90 degrees and fully open your eyes. धीरे धीरे आंखों को खोलें. समय लीजिए अपना ही. सांस की गति पर ध्यान दें. अब शरीर में जो परिवर्तन हुआ उस पर ध्यान दें. मन की स्थिति पर ध्यान दें. अब पूरी तरह से आंखें खोल सकते हो.
Today we had close to 1 million people from 140 countries joining us from across platforms today.
Over 1 million people meditated with us today. 100 and how many?
140 countries.
140
across
countries
platforms.
joined.
We had over 1 million people meditating with us across
Very.
140 countries today.
Very good, very good. Wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Today.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you. We feel very privileged and honored to have been with you this evening. Our grateful thanks and pranam.
सबका मंगल हो. सबको बहुत बहुत प्यार. Love and blessings to everybody.